Here's a little home truth for you. I was chatting to my mum today, actually. Well, it was yesterday, it was Saturday, Saturday. Easter Saturday sort of thing. Chatting to my mum, and my dad was in bed. He's not very well at the moment, my dad. He's got a bit of a stomach problem. But I was chatting to my mum, and I was sort of like, when we first moved to Hatfield, Mum said about 1968, or 1969, I think Mum said. Wood Close, 1969, Wood Close, we moved to Wood Close in 1969. Apparently, actually, when the family first moved to Wood Close, there was not even tarmac. There was no it was that new. It was a brand new street, actually, Wood Close was, in 1969, apparently. Hatfield was a brand new town, sort of thing. It was. In 1969, Hatfield was, well, there was old Hatfield and there's new Hatfield, like. But I mean, Wood Close was a new estate, like, just been built, like. It's still just been built. 3-storey houses, like, Mum and Dad and us, we moved into Wood Close in about, I think it was 1979, Mum said. But apparently, when we first moved to Wood Close, they hadn't even tarmacked the street, apparently. Mum was saying, I think it was Mum was saying, but they hadn't even put tarmac on the street. There's no tarmac on the road. Because it was a brand new street, Wood Close was, in 1969. The Bisbees were in Wood Close too. Hannah and the Crosses, that's right, Hannah Cross and her husband, Brian, I think it was Brian Cross from it. Yeah, the Crosses were next to neighbours, like the Smiths down the road. There's the Bisbees as well. Actually, I know the Bisbees very well. I still work, I worked with Andy Bisbee and Brian Bisbee for about, 19 years, I suppose. They were at the post office. They were here long before, at the post long before I was. Andy Bisbee got sacked, actually. He was the union man who made everybody strike. Made me laugh, actually. Andy Bisbee, at the post office, right? He was the union man, and he kept making people strike. And I said, no, I'm not going to strike. I don't want to lose 80 quid or 60. I don't want to lose 50 quid or 60, however much money it was. I don't want to lose a day's wages by standing on the street corner. And he was sneering at me. And I actually got quite a bad reputation at the post office over the years because I would not strike. I refused to strike. I said, it's a waste of fucking time and a waste of fucking money. You still got to post the letters afterwards. I ain't going to fucking strike for anyone, you fuckers. I work for my living. If I don't work for a living, I don't expect to get paid. Honest to God, if I don't work, I don't get paid. You want me to stand outside the gates for every day, for a week or whatever, and complain, and then not get paid a penny for it, and just spend 8 hours a day outside the gates going, up the union, up your fucking arse, you cunts. Down at the post office line. And they kept striking. I said, I ain't going to strike, man. I got to earn my money. I need to pay my bills. I got bills to pay. I'm not going to fucking strike. So they called me a scab, you see, down at the post office, actually. They did call me a scab down at the post office for several years, actually. When they were striking in the post office, they were calling me a scab quite a lot. Because I refused to strike. And I said, no, I'm not going to strike for you fuckers. If I go on strike, I lose a day's pay. That's about 70 fucking quid, you bastard. That's about 60 or 70 fucking quid at the time, No fucking way that I'm going to stand at a street corner for 8 fucking hours and lose 70 quid. So I used to get paid about 60 or 70 quid at the time, per day, for shoving fucking letters into letterboxes. And they wanted me to strike and do no work for 8 hours. And then you got to come back to work and do twice as much work after you come back. You got to do twice as much work. And they're calling me a scab. And they kept calling me a scab for several years down at the post office. I don't think I ever forget anything. I don't think for 1 second that I'll ever forget anything. You were calling me a scab down at the post office at one point because I would not strike. I'm going to throw. You want me to throw 70 quid away a day? Or 60 quid. We were earning about 70 quid at the time, or 60 quid at the time, of their strikes. I say, you want me to throw away 60 quid a day? You fucking cunt. No fucking way. Anyway, Andy Bisbee, he was the union man. He actually got sacked. He actually got sacked for stealing bars of chocolate. Andy Bisbee and quite a lot of other people. In fact, a lot of those people who were calling me scabs, in fact, about 4 or 5 of them were the same people who were calling me a scab. And they got sacked from the post office for stealing chocolate bars. Actually, this union man, Andy Bisbee, he was stealing chocolate bars from the letters or parcels, whatever. and they got sacked for it, and he got sacked for it. He was the union man, up the union, fucking strike. And he got sacked for stealing a chocolate bar. Andy Bisbee. Anyway, Brian Bisbee's still at the post office. He's a lovely guy. Andy Bisbee's all right. He's a bit of a twat, but you know what I mean? I don't know what he's doing now. I haven't seen him around town for a while. But no, I'm still working with Brian down at the post office. But actually, Brian Bisbee, Bisbee's were the first, and there's quite a few families actually, in Wood Close. We're the first families to move into Wood Close, you know, and the Crosses. There was the Crosses, the Smiths, and several other families around. And we were the first sort of like residents. That was about 1969, apparently, Mum was telling me. So yeah, I've lived basically in Hatfield since for about 69, 70. I'm 50 this year, 50 years old this year. You see, I'm 50 years old this year. Went to Australia in 1990, came back. 1990, came back in 91, sort of thing. Yeah, that's right. Went to Australia in 1990, came back in 91. So I suppose I've always lived, ever since I can remember, I suppose the Bailey family, Bailey, and William Joseph Bailey, yeah. But since the Bailey family, we moved to Hatfield about 1969 sort of thing, which is 47 years, quite a long time ago, about 47 odd years ago, yeah, since we've been living in this town. I was chatting actually I was walking around town today. It's a bit of a dump in it these days. We used to have some great shops. You know, when we were kids, we had Nutley House. There was Nutley House, sweet shops. There's about Baylis. There's about 3 or 4 sweet shops. We had loads of sweet shops. And we used to have video shops and shit like that in Hatfield as well. VHS video shops, they were brilliant. In the 1980s, we had video shops. And we used to have computer shops as well for basic computer programs and shit. We used to have some great shops in Hatfield at one point. Piece of shit now. And I was chatting to Alan, he's one of my customers from up Millward today, right? I was chatting to Alan in the supermarket today, like, because I mean, it's my day off, I've got a long weekend, like, so Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I was chatting to Alan at the, down at the cafe around the corner, like, and he was saying, Billy, you're going to be a fucking postman until the day you die. That's what Alan said, like. Actually, it gave me, it was whiskey, it wasn't brandy. One Christmas, like, you know, he lives up Cook's Way, like, something. Wow, good mate, good guy, wonderful bloke. But anyway, you know, he gave me, we shared a glass of brandy one Christmas, sort of thing, as well. But, you know, he's one of my regular customers, like. And he said to me, sort of like, you know, Billy, you're going to be a postman for until you die. And I said, I bloody well hope so, Al. Because it's a nice little job being a postman, because you get to know people being a postman. You walk around the neighbourhoods, and you say hello to people, and you get to know them. Yeah, Al, I hope you're right. I do want to be a postman before I die. And I want to be a postman, well, forever, really. It's a good job. I love it. You know, one day on, 3 days off. You know, it's a great job being posting. Fun.